Hey Ashley, so you were struggling with the conversion of these fractions, these mixed fractions into normal fractions. So let's do this one, 16 and 2/3. So the procedure for converting mixed fractions into a normal fraction is always the same. So we have 16 and 2/3. And you're going to do always the same. So you just have to multiply the integer times the denominator. So we are going to do 16 times 3. And then we have to sum that result to the numerator. And that result, we're going to write it in the numerator. So let's put it here like, oh yeah, of course, black. So this is equal to, and that result, we're going to place it on the numerator. All right, so let's do this. So it's 16 times 3, and this is going to be 48. And now we have to sum plus the numerator of this small fraction. So it's going to be 48 plus 2, that's going to give us 50. And that 50, we're going to place it on the numerator of the new fraction, all right? So now, the denominator has to stay the same always. It will always stay the same, stays the same, because the denominator, you have to remember that this thing is telling us in how many slices are we talking about on this problem, right? So if we are talking about thirds, then we are always talking about thirds. So it has to remain the same. Now, what will happen with the percentage sign? All right, so we had that this was a fraction with a percentage. So you just have to remember that the percentage sign means over 100. All right, so what is going to happen is that this fraction that we have, 50/3, it's going to be over 100. And over here, what you can think about to make this exercise easier is in the law of the sandwich. So you just have to remember that any integer, for example, 100, there is always a number 1 hidden in the denominator, right? So, all right, well, let's just draw it completely, but it's supposed to be hidden, all right? So it's 100/1. And you can express this in any kind of fraction, right? So for example, if you have the number 5, you can always add the denominator 1 over there, because 5 divided by 1 is 5. So this can be helpful with any type of fractions, right? Now, the law of the sandwich states, well, I mean, it doesn't state like it this way, that the extremes of your fraction, this is like the bread, right? So imagine a sandwich. So you have the bread over here. Well, I mean, just imagine this is like the bread. And the bread is going to go on the top, right? So we're going to write the multiplication of the bread over here. So 50 times 1 is going to be 50. And as a good sandwich, then you have like your pepperoni or sausages or whatever you want to place on your sandwich. And that multiplication is going to go into the denominator. So we are going to have 3 times 100. So it's going to be 300. And then you just have to simplify this operation, right? So we can just cancel zeros. It's going to be 5/30. And we can simplify this a little bit more as 8/3. And that's it. So 16 2/3% is the same as 8/3 or 8/3. All right, let's do another one a little bit quicker. How do you say that? Okay, so let's do this one. And remember, it's always going to be the same procedure for converting these sort of fractions, of mixed fractions into normal fractions. So we have to multiply the integer times the denominator. So this is going to be 87 times 2 is going to give us 174. And then we're going to have to add it to the numerator. So it's going to be 174 plus 1. It's going to be 175. And we're going to write that on the numerator. Now, as you must remember, the denominators, it always stays the same. So this is going to be 175 over 2. And we still have the percentage sign. So we're going to change this into a division over 100. So with the percentage, this is going to be 175 over 2, and the percentage is going to convert itself into a over 100. Now remember that in any number, you can just write the hidden one, that's always there. And now we have to use the law of the sandwich. So we're going to multiply the extremes, 175 times 1, and that's going to go into the numerator. And then we multiply the middles, so it's 2 times 100. And that is going to go into the denominator, so it's going to be 200. And now we just have to simplify this fraction. So, all right, I'm going to cheat, to be honest. I mean, you can simplify it. If you guys can't use calculator for the homework, well, then you're going to have to do the calculations to simplify this, but I'm just going to cheat right now. So this can be simplified into 7/8. And there we go. So that's it. So I hope that this is helpful to you, and good luck.